Hello! Today I'm doing a bit different of a video. I decided to compile all of the neighborhood ideas videos I've done so that you guys can easily access the entire group of them. This is going to be a master video of neighborhood ideas. I hope you love them, and if you're one of the creators featured in these videos and you'd like to change how you were credited, let me know. Just message me and I will do so. But I hope you guys enjoy. Check out the creators and dream addresses in the video description, and without further ado, enjoy these old neighborhood ideas. Let's get started. I'm super excited about this first island because I mean, it's just stunning. I decided to start with a super unconventional way of decorating, and this creator has turned Daisy's house into a sort of building, and I think that is so cool. I mean, you can see the custom designs around it, the French inspiration, it's incredible. All of the custom designs are so beautiful, the decor, and the orange tree really pops. I'm loving all of the color here. This was just so lovely to me. I loved how Kara did this. So props to you, Kara. This looks absolutely amazing. Next up is my friend Enna's island, Carbonara, which we affectionately refer to as Carby. I am obsessed with the way Enna has set up this neighborhood. She's put the houses pretty close together, but they all have their own little vibe. I'm loving the decor around the sidewalks, the benches, the garden lanterns. They all look so good. And I really like how this neighborhood is structured because you have to go across this bridge, and also let's just look at that centerpiece. Amazing, outstanding, stunning. But these houses are all clumped together but still separated by the terraforming. Like, you have to cross that bridge in order to get over here to see these four houses apart from the others. You can see the cliff, how it ends there. That's just so cool to me, how I don't know how layered the terraforming is around here. There's so much going on. It's so dynamic. So yeah, I was just stunned by this whole area. Next up, we journey to one of my islands. I decided to visit Lorian's Dream because this is where I made, I think, my favorite residential area. I walk behind this tree and I've kind of tucked Wolfgang away back here between the cliffs. I gave him a sunken waterfall, which started my whole tutorial idea, which was so fun. I loved seeing everyone's takes on sunken waterfalls. So yeah, this is an area that I was super proud of, and I just wanted to share it in this video. Here we have another of my YouTube friends, EJ. This island is amazing. I was obsessed with this neighborhood. I love how structured it feels. I tend to go with a spreading the villagers out approach so that they all have their own spaces on the island. There's not like a neighborhood per se. But I love these islands where they create, you know, like personalized yards, and you can see EJ has done these pretty much based on like personality, perhaps even a touch of inspo from the house interiors of these villagers. Like, I would guess this villager is a Snooty by the harp. But yeah, beautiful views. I love the way structured neighborhoods offer views like this. Like, you get really straight bridges and waterfalls, but it's super beautiful to see just how planned out it is. It's so organized, so easy to navigate. I can imagine if I were a villager, this is the type of housing I would prefer. My own little personal yard and, you know, roads that make sense, but I hope my villagers are content to wander around lost forever. Also, I think this is Kat's house, and it's so precious that she gets a guitar. She deserves it. And I was curious about whose house this was because I loved the colors around the house, and it was Apple, so that's so fitting. She also has a really cute house. But yeah, if you're looking for all the like individual yard inspo, this is where it's at. These villagers, you know, they're all together, but they have such personalized spaces. It is completely adorable. I was astounded by this island. I came and visited to look at Melba's house, and I mean, how stunning is this setup? I don't know. I'm so glad I don't have Melba on my island because I wouldn't deserve her. She would not have a setup as lovely as this. I was just obsessed. I mean, all of the decor fits so perfectly. It's so well designed, and it feels so full, I think, which is incredible. And then I headed over to see Deirdre's house because I looked at the map and this area looked super interesting because of the water terraforming. And Deirdre has like her own little pumpkin farm. I loved this so much. I feel like, I don't know, it's just so beautiful. Also, notice the little T-Rex on the cliff. I've never noticed someone use the little dinosaur toy, but that was also major bonus points. I was like, that looks so cute. It really fits into the area. I was astounded. But yeah, just a gorgeous island all around. Next up, I found another island that had a very structured neighborhood setup with little yards between the houses, and I thought this was just stunning to look at. I mean, this island had so much symmetry to it, this neighborhood especially, and I just loved walking through and seeing it. I loved all of the wreaths on the doors. I think that adding wreaths is really cool. It adds a lot of, I don't know how to say, like, flavor to an area. Like, it just gives the houses more character, I think, and a lot of these houses did have little wreaths, which was so cute. I also like how the tiny library seemed to be standing in for like mailboxes. That is creative and adorable. You know I loved this island. This island had a super icy theme, and so I thought it was super cool to see the area behind the neighborhood as well. Very frozen. It's just super cool in the winter. So I'm glad we could visit during the winter months. Everything was perfect. Here I was just stunned by how cohesive everything was. I went to see Poppy's house on this island because look at it. I mean, this little like plant shop setup is absolutely precious. I love it so much. I can just imagine Poppy, you know, sitting here vibing with all of the plants, with her little teapot. It's just so cute. And also the flower crowns. I also went behind the house and look at this little resting area. This is so cute. I didn't want to veer too far off course from the house I was visiting, but I did walk around this area and I just loved how the creator put everything together. It all looks so adorable. Everything just has such a unique and personal vibe. I loved it so much. The details here are just absolutely impeccable. As you all might know, I try to explore a big variety of themes when I do these videos, so our next island has just an enchanting, like, tropical rainforest vibe. It's called Rain Tree. I was obsessed with the fact that it was actually raining. I mean, that's such a cool detail to make sure you include in your dream address if you do have a theme like this. And I loved this island because it was an example of both, like, villagers being spread out, but also being in a neighborhood. It was like a less structured, less rigid version of the neighborhoods we've seen so far. You've got, you know, a set residential area, but the houses aren't in any sort of a grid pattern. I just thought that was cool to see. I loved how the creator incorporated all of the decor for the different villagers. It just turned out amazing, and this path was beautiful, especially in the rain. I don't know, I just had no critiques here. It was absolutely amazing. I am not ashamed to admit that this next island is my comfort island. Leanne has done such a beautiful job of creating a natural island, and that extends to the spaces she's created for her villagers. I mean, look at how calming and serene this is. Moonset as a whole is a very tranquil island, and I just know that these villagers are vibing because the island is amazing. In my humble opinion, this video so far has been just banger after banger, and this island is no exception. I was obsessed, once again, with the way this creator decorated. I think that is the biggest strength on this island. I mean, look how beautiful everything looks together. The planning, it was impeccable. I love the pathing. All of the colors match so well. I love that we're set in late autumn. Everything just looks impeccable. I mean, these houses are so cozy. You get a nice, like, cottagecore, foresty vibe, and I'm living for it. I mean, I don't know, this really feels like a residential area. It's also another good example of there being like a neighborhood vibe, but all of the houses are, you know, they're layered. It's not a grid system, they're just spread out. It looks super natural, like you're just weaving through the woods and you're finding these little cottages, these little houses. Also, very important, this is the first time I've encountered Henry, I think, unless I just wasn't paying attention. And Henry is my birthday twin, September 21st babies, but I was so happy to finally meet him. I've never had him in the game, and I don't know, I'm kind of tempted now to bring him to Antilia. Look how cute he is. So anyway, I was just excited about that. Next up, we go back to the snow. This video has been so full of ideas for Melba's house. I hope you leave here, if you have Melba, with just a ton of inspiration for decorating around her very cute house. And Daisy is another repeat villager we've seen. I love all of the love we've seen for her. I mean, her house is so easy to decorate for because of the muted colors, so love that. I also love the details here, the little cafe area, the water terraforming is just amazing. I thought this island was so well done. The pops of color just really come through, and I love seeing that because I really struggle to make color work. I also ran into Bones. Side note, I always feel like Lucky should be named Bones since he wears like the skeleton costume, so I always get confused when I talk to Bones and his name is Bones. But anyway, I love this super classy setup for him, this little library. He does look like a little scholar. Like, I know he's a lazy villager, but he do be looking like an academic. And then we have Bee. What a cutie. This area is also so fitting. I loved it. This little table, it was so cozy. But yeah, definitely thought that this was a great area for Bee, and I just loved this island too. Next up, I visited, I mean, I don't even know what to say. This is just incredible. Look how beautiful this terraforming is, the decorating, and you know, I realized that this house is Kiki's, and I don't have Kiki on Antilia. So you know I had to visit, I had to come say hello. This is my favorite villager in the whole game. She deserves the whole world. So I'm super glad that I could find her on this perfect island. I thought the decorating around her house was just super well done too. I was so happy to be here. Even if she ignores me and she's just a dream version of herself, I love her. Sorry, I should have made an emotional warning. Anyway, but look how cute this area is. It reminded me of Rudy's house on Lorien. But I just thought this was so beautiful. The backdrop of the trees, it was just so natural. For this next island, I literally felt like I was in a different game. Like, all of the colors made me feel like I was looking at a preset on my regular Switch, which was just so cool. I love the color of the trees here. This time of year is so beautiful. And again, I just wanted to share this idea of having the houses close together, but not necessarily organized or structured in a grid system. These houses, again, just naturally flow and they look so beautiful. I love how many the creator was able to fit here. I mean, there are so many houses and they all look cute. They all have their little personal areas. And don't even get me started on the land bridge to these little foresty homes. This was just such a perfect area. And Beau deserves that cake. I'm so happy that he has that. Again, let's just all admire this land bridge. I had to go back and look at it again. I just couldn't get over it. It's like the river is going beneath it. It's like you're walking over a river. So cool. Now we must journey forth, and I loved how many colors were in this next island. I thought it was so whimsical, and I love these houses right next to each other with the matching house styles. Super cute. I did a little bit of exploring, and I found these sunken waterfalls, which are gorgeous. The residents near here definitely get a view. And then I was looking at this and look how unique this is. This little spot above the water. This is super adorable. Not gonna lie, I kind of end up just shoving Quilson because he won't get out of my way. I just want to apologize to anyone who likes Quilson, and to Quilson himself, I apologize. I'm so sorry. This island was so unique. I loved the different pathing styles and it was just so beautiful. It was so well put together. The tropical but also foresty vibes were really cool. Do not be alarmed, but this is the final island we're visiting today for resident house inspiration. I just wanted to share one more super grid-like neighborhood setup because I know those can be super convenient if you're looking for a more compact way to give your villagers a nice home. It's totally doable. I love giving villagers huge spaces, but you don't have to do that for them to have gorgeous areas. I love the colors here. Everything just fits so well. I think one benefit for the grid structure is, especially at the beginning of the game, it's so much easier to walk in and check on who has DIYs they're crafting and things like that. It's so much easier to visit everyone when they're all together and look at the resident rep right here at the back. I love that this side of the island is sort of just dedicated to living space, and you can just walk down this lane to see who's home and who's not. This is a beautiful rainbow-colored island. It's super pretty, especially with the cherry blossom trees right now and the petals falling. It just looks amazing. This creator has managed a very organized neighborhood situated around their resident services. So yeah, I'm just gonna run through this neighborhood and give you a look at how it has been arranged. Notice the careful color coordination with some of the houses. I think it is outstanding the way this has been done. Some thoughts I had while running through this neighborhood were that maybe I should start using more color in my designs, and it might be a really cool idea to start really focusing on the color palette of the houses, because that really just helped bring this whole neighborhood together and it looked so stunning. Next, I visited this lovely organized neighborhood, and I visited at dusk in the dream address. It was so beautiful. It's such a serene time to visit, and this is a good example of a tiered neighborhood. This neighborhood had layers and it was just gorgeously arranged. Everything looked so great together, and I especially loved this little greenhouse. I also adored the path borders here, and you might recognize this daisy path because it's the one that I used predominantly on Antilia, so you know I vibed with this island. And tell me this lookout isn't beautiful. It's like a mini spa lounge. It just looks so great. This neighborhood is a good reminder that you can incorporate beautiful terraforming even if you are going for a more like organized, strictly set up neighborhood. This one is pretty well arranged, and the creator has still managed to fit in beautiful bridge views, beautiful terraforming. It looks amazing. My favorite part of this neighborhood was this bridge placed here along with this little seating area. Look how great that was decorated. I absolutely stan. I was especially a fan of this beautiful island that the creator says is a Japanese farming village that is inspired also by Studio Ghibli, and I picked that up as soon as I saw pictures of the island. It just looks so beautiful and peaceful. You can see the little soot sprites everywhere, but it looks so well done. I mean, it's so natural and it just feels so calm. I'm sure the time of day helps. Putting this island at sunrise was a great decision. All of the colors are just so beautiful. And focusing on the fact that I'm here to examine it as a neighborhood, I just wanted to point out that this is one of the less strictly set up neighborhoods, and it still looks beautiful. Like I said, it has a very natural vibe. The placement of the houses is very natural, but they're still mostly grouped together in this area, and it's spacious. They each have their own decorations. Everything is very organized in a way where you can walk around easily, but it does still feel very personalized for each of the villagers, and I love that. This next island is one you may recognize if you saw my Peninsula Ideas video. We visited Goat Crossings Island, and just as it was then, it is gorgeous. I especially love the little back alley behind these houses here, the way you can see the money trees in the back, and there's a thin little path. It's blocked, so you can't really go further, but I think that was super cute. And all of these houses are super organized. They're laid out like a little suburban setup. And again, we're seeing a tiered neighborhood. So they're on different layers, which really makes the neighborhood feel dynamic. It really sets the houses apart so they're not lost between the trees. And I think it's super well done. This was my favorite part of the neighborhood. It still has like Christmassy holiday vibes going on. And I just thought it looked amazing with all of these panels that were made to be like reindeer stalls waterfalls. It's just so cool to walk through. I thought it was incredible. This beautiful city-themed island really blew me away. Look at the way the creator has arranged the pathing. It's so unique, so beautiful, and as you can see, this is another super organized neighborhood. Everything is really spaced out though, which I really loved about this. There are sunken decorations. The purple vibes are immaculate. We've got, I think they're pink hydrangeas, but they're so good. This neighborhood is so regal and elegant. I felt like I was walking through a quaint little kingdom way back in time. All of the white furniture and flowers mixed with the purple, it just looked fantastic. And like I said, it's so well spaced out that it never felt cramped to walk through. Also, take a look at this view. Absolutely amazing. I like that view kind of acts as a separator between the two different parts of the neighborhood. It's a good reminder that you can have an organized neighborhood and not have it be all in the exact same spot. Like, these two sectors of the neighborhood are separated, and they look amazing that way. I think it's so cool how they stretch across the back of the island. Next, I got to visit a rainy island, and if you didn't know, Luna uses a super cute umbrella if it's raining on the dream address you visit, so highly recommend. But I loved these little dividers that were made out of trees, the trees, bushes, and flowers. Just amazingly done. Also, I loved this little colorful spot for Daisy. It's still technically in the neighborhood, even though it's kind of separated off over in its own little corner. There was a second mini neighborhood on this island, so I stopped over to visit, and it was so cute. I love the furniture here, how neighborhoody it feels. That sounds silly, but yeah, I really liked the way this was set up. I loved the bench between the trees. Everything just looked so cute. Also, this little bridge across like a canal, it was great. It was great. I'm super glad I got to visit in the rain because it's also like gloomy. I kind of feel like I'm in Italy or something. I don't know how those two things relate. But look at this bakery too. This is inspiring an upcoming build on Antilia, I think. I was instantly blown away by the unique and beautiful pathing on this island. I think the creator code has been shared in my Discord server. If you would like to join and see that, the link is in the description. But yeah, I loved this neighborhood. Again, we have a more natural neighborhood. The way it's arranged isn't as organized and structured as some of the others we've seen, and that's perfectly fine. It works great with the vibe that this island creator is going for. This island immediately became a favorite when I saw the sunken waterfalls that the creator used in the neighborhood. Well done. Well done. That's the way to my heart, is a sunken waterfall. I really loved that this creator uses a ton of red in the design for the island. I don't often see, one color focused on, and so this was so beautiful. I swung back around to visit a part of the neighborhood that I missed, and I'm so glad I did because I think this is my favorite part of the whole neighborhood. It's so beautiful. I love that they're all log cabins. They match so well. It's like its own mini neighborhood within the larger neighborhood. This next island had just incredible terraforming. I loved hopping around, even though I did get lost several times because I am a mess, but it was beautiful. This is another super unstructured neighborhood. Everything is placed super naturally, so if you're looking for inspiration for a more natural foresty island, this is where you'll get it. This is such a gorgeous island. This is also like a reverse tiered neighborhood. As you can see, you go down the incline and you find another house here by the beach, which I thought was super unique, very well done. The land bridge that led to this area was one of my favorite parts of this whole neighborhood. Look how cute it is. There was also a super cute little community picnic space, and I loved that. Up next, we have like a mini neighborhood of just 2 houses, and they work so well together. The contrast between the pink and the blue is just super pretty, and the terraforming is really unique, so you'll love to see it. I think that this neighborhood is a good reminder that you can also do smaller little segments around your island. Like, you can create mini neighborhoods all over the place if you don't want to block off one huge space for all the houses, and it works out really well here. The next was larger and very structured. Here we have another segmented neighborhood. We've got these 2 houses down here. First Audie, and then another house right behind hers, and then I'll lead into the bigger part of the neighborhood. But it was all so well done, and I loved the colors going on here. As you can see, the trees were lighting up because Southern Hemisphere was in summer when the trees were lit, so we love that. Also some more sunken decor, so you know I loved this island. It's called Port Fairy, so I'm guessing there's a bit of fairy core going on here that definitely adds up with all of the beautiful color that was incorporated, especially here at sunset. Everything is so vivid. This creator used country fence and shrubs to kind of section off the yards for the villagers, and I thought that was really cute. I did that on Lost Falls, and it's one of my favorite things to do, to put the country fencing between shrubs. So yeah, I just really liked that. I'll be sure to run through this neighborhood so you get the full effect. This next island was so incredibly unique. It felt like a rainforest sort of, or like a jungle, and it was just stunning the way these houses were set up. Each house was its own little island, and I just thought that was so gorgeous. It took me a second to figure out how to get around to all of them, so I stayed on this island for a while just trying to figure my way around so I could walk through it effectively, efficiently, and it was worth it. All of these little islands are so beautiful, so well decorated, and it was just stunning to see. This villager house had my favorite view in the neighborhood with the tiered waterfall in the background, and I think that's Genji's house. Just so beautiful. I also loved that the houses had really appropriate matching wreaths. They all looked amazing. I also loved the little like ramen bowl outside that house. There were also houses back here on the regular land, but they carried that theme, the same beautiful rainforest theme. So thank you so much for having us to this creator, because this was a joy. Another beautifully unique island here. We see themed yards. Like, this is Anka's yard, and she's like the Egyptian themed cat, so I love the sphinxes and everything. All of this was just beautiful. Look at the little puppy plushie in front of the dog house. So cute. I also loved the river running along this neighborhood, and I loved that it was also tiered. So up here you get more themed little house areas, both small and large, and it all looked so great together. Like, the whole neighborhood was natural, cohesive. It felt like it went together, and I just love that. Look at Audie's house. Hers was one of my favorites. A lot of like beachy decor, which obviously fits her vibe. This island creator also placed their resident house alongside the neighborhood, which I thought was super cute. Just being near all the villagers, you know, kind of incorporating yourself among them is a great idea if you're looking to make the neighborhood feel whole and complete. All of this decor was so well thought out, and I was obsessed with the little gnome post office at the back of the island. I'll walk back over to it, but I thought that was adorable. This island was another with beautifully unique pathing, and these felt like mini islands, even though they were all connected via the land. It looked so beautiful, and love that it was at sunset. It gives this not necessarily tropical island a very tropical vibe. Everything was just so vivid and pretty. Also, the little confetti machine, that was so cute, having it at the top of the incline. This is another tiered neighborhood as well, and you can see how gorgeous the decor behind here is with the sunken waterfalls and all the doll houses. I was blown away. This is such a breathtaking area. Also a reminder that your neighborhood can be supernatural. You can see the houses are not lined up, they're not structured, and it still looks fantastic. I got to visit another small neighborhood, and it was breathtaking. Look at how cute the little bike rental is. The little waterfall between the houses is so cute, and I loved that succulent on the iron garden table. All of the details were just perfect. So definitely taking notes for my future neighborhoods because all of this looked just so cute. I also liked that it bordered so close on the museum, very close to resident services, and again, we have a little community seating area, so very precious. Last but not least, I visited Ness's island, and if you missed it, she recently shared the dream address for Lotus, so be sure to check the description. The dream address will be there, and check out Ness's channel to see all of her builds for this island, because I promise you won't be disappointed, and I think this neighborhood is a testament to that. Look at the little centerpieces, the way the houses are organized, just beautiful. I'm getting like Parisian vibes here, and it might have been because of the music I was hearing while I was on the island, but I'm not complaining. All of the decor, all of the terraforming, it just turned out perfect. And I got to speak to Ness herself, so there's her YouTube if you missed it when I posted it on the screen. We stan. This little pair of houses right here I think was my favorite. I really loved just the decor here, the swinging bench with the painting supplies. It was just so beautiful. I decided to start very strong with this fall town island. Each of these villager houses have their own yards. They're very color coordinated, very gorgeous, and I love the way they're separated from the street. The sidewalk looks so realistic with the trash bags. Here we have like this grate and the bicycle, and the yards for the villagers are so cute. I especially love the fencing in the back. I also like the way there's like a mix of trees, hedges, shrubs, and other types of fencing that kind of segment these houses. It looks very natural, very towny, and I just really love it. Also, this yard sale is so cute. So many of you have requested a video going through what kind of quote-unquote jobs villagers could have that would help you decorate their yards. I think this is a brilliant island to look at that, because even without jobs, they're doing such a wonderful job of decorating. The yard sale is so creative. This color coordination, even with the pumpkins in front of the house, it's stunning. I just kept going and I was like, wow, it never ends. It's just so beautiful here. I thought this was Kiki's house at first, but it's actually Rudy. That explains the sporty furniture on the side. And then we've got an almost doppelganger house here, except green for the roof. And again, color coordinated furniture. I also like how accessible this neighborhood is, the inclines on either side leading to the rest of the town and the beach, and then this house at the back right beside the campsite. You didn't know you were gonna get campsite inspo today too, but I delivered it, didn't I? I just thought this island was beautiful, a wonderful start. Up next, we have a very different vibe, but similarly blocked off are these houses. I absolutely love the fact that the creator put like photos of the villagers outside. It's clear that the creator really cares about the villagers on this island, and there's so much attention to detail with their little yards. Excuse me, Wart Jr., but I loved the overgrown feel of the road, how it felt like a rural back road with all the weeds springing up. Loved the colors here. The matching houses are so cool, and again, I was just so taken aback by how many villager photos there were. I really hope that they were actually earned, because that is so precious. Another thing I really admire here is how much vivid, vibrant color is included. I think this is such a lively neighborhood. It just feels so realistic. The way things are set up, they're like simultaneously very organized, but sort of thrown together. Like these places are lived in, you know, like people are actively decorating in their yards. They're using this space, and I love that. I wanted to note that when I say neighborhood, I do mean anywhere from 2 to 10 villager houses placed together. I think this is a beautiful example of a smaller neighborhood. There are 3 houses. I love the way these 2 are connected by the garden club, and then when you walk over you can see the yard next to the 3rd house. I think these go really well together. They've got like the same sort of facade going on. Love that little fountain effect with the waterfall behind it. I just thought this was a nice, less strictly organized and a smaller neighborhood that still looks absolutely amazing and is very cute. Up next is another fall island. I loved that Rudy was placed here just beside Kiki with their little doppelganger houses. Aside from the roofs, they're like identical. I thought that was so cute, and I love how this island is a cute mix of autumn and spooky. We've got, you know, the pumpkins all around, the jack-o'-lanterns, and it just feels like I don't know, like a 90s movie where it's about to be Halloween. It feels like Monster House, but without the Monster House. I don't know how to explain it. I just thought this island was really well done. Again, I'm loving the way the houses are separated from the street with different fencing this time, but it's so realistic with these trash cans. I just loved it so much. Another very unique take on Animal Crossing neighborhoods is this one. We have some beach villas here. The houses are all similarly structured and colored, which I thought was a really nice touch, a really good detail for this beach. Again, it's an example of a smaller neighborhood. There are just 3 houses here. The furniture really links them together. We've got some commonality going on, and then I love that they perfectly fit the beach here with this mini campsite too. I thought that this island was a lovely example of a way to do city streets in a different way. These villagers' houses are not really blocked off from each other. They all share yards and they just line a street. It felt really suburban and cute to me. I also love about this island that there are purple like flashes everywhere with the purple hyacinths, the purple flowers. I feel like purple is a very underrated and underused color for Halloween islands, and I just love that this creator decided to really tackle that and include so much purple in their island. I truly do think this is lovely, and it just did, again, it feels like a neighborhood. It's really great to see how different creators managed to put the houses together. On a very different aesthetic note, I really loved this neighborhood, the way terraforming was used to add intrigue to the houses. It's like simultaneously symmetrical and asymmetrical. As you can see, we have symmetry with the flowers and the furniture placements. I really loved this little crescent moon chair. I tried for so long to sit on it, but success. Love the view. I thought this was such a cute like mini centerpiece. And then around here there was another incline leading up to this house. I thought it was so cool that the creator actually could spare 2 inclines for the houses on either side. Like, that's really impressive to me. I always go through my inclines so fast, already out of them on Xenia, but check this out. Again, it's like symmetry, but also asymmetry. You love to see it. I want to feature 2 separate little villager neighborhoods on this island. I was astounded by the color coordination here. It was such a fun, whimsical island to visit. Again, we've got some really cute terraforming going on as well. I decided to visit these houses in the back of the island too, Sherb, and I think maybe Dom, but don't quote me on that. Love this little area built for them. Again, so many vibrant colors. I just really appreciate Kidcore lately. I don't know what it is, but the islands are so cheerful and nostalgic, and I just so enjoyed my visit here. The aesthetic was perfect. The way all of the furniture was arranged near the houses was just beautiful. Look how cute this is. 12 out of 10. Up next is this very interestingly structured neighborhood. I love this view here, how you can see all 3 levels of houses. I did miss one on the left here. I walked over and I was like, wow, a whole other house. That's wild. But yes, I thought this neighborhood was so impressive. Love the tiny libraries as mailboxes also. This tropical aesthetic was so beautiful, and the layers of terraforming were really well done. I mean, look at this view here with the sunken waterfalls. It was just absolutely stunning. And I was really surprised because when I went up the last staircase, again, I love the mailboxes, but there were so many houses up here. I did not think there were this many. I thought it was going to be like 1 or 2 more houses. But yeah, this is like a full neighborhood. Tons of little houses up here, and they're arranged so cutely. I just loved this. Now I have journeyed forth to another incredibly colorful and beautiful Kidcore Island. This one has an overgrown sort of vibe. I love the lead up to the houses with the colorful planks. Love all of these custom designs, the way it's built like a neighborhood with the gates and everything, the fencing. And I actually really like the structure of this. You have to go through this like tunnel almost and up the incline to find the other houses in the neighborhood. And they're so cute. Love the color coordination with the blue door and the bluish items, and then the yellow door with the yellow net. Oh, so cute, so cute. I have no idea what this theme would even be called, but it was absolutely one of the most amazing islands I've ever had the pleasure of visiting. This neighborhood was arranged in a way that is so unique. Look at all these designs. Love this seating area that I struggled to get to, but did eventually make it to. I mean, look how full this island feels. I absolutely love the water dynamic going on. Look at this like canal made out of custom designs. So cool. And then you go forward and there are these houses that are doppelgangers almost. How cool is that? With the centerpiece here, I love the fish on the nuptial bell, which yes, if you didn't know, you can place items on the nuptial bell. How cool is all of this though? The mixed custom designs, and then I noticed that there was even more houses at this point, so I went up the incline and another mini canal here with 2 more houses. It was literally phenomenal. I have no words. I was speechless. The unique builds did not stop coming this time. I love this neighborhood. It's like set up as an extension of the beach. It's kind of like more beach villas almost, but I love the pathways that were made here with like alternating weeds and the rope fences. It created such a unique and beautiful aesthetic. I just loved it. I felt like I was back at the beach for the first time in ages, and it was so beautiful. Also love the like overgrowth spread around between the flowers, the weeds, the standees. It was all so precious. I wanted to show off this more organized design as well. I thought it was so well done, and something I really appreciated about this neighborhood was how simple it is when you really break down the furniture. Here the centerpieces are hedges, flowers, and log stakes. They're arranged with, you know, symmetry going on. You've got the 4 houses in front and then this one house as almost a centerpiece in the back. And it just looks so good. I crossed the bridge because I was curious. That looks like a meadow over there. Love it. Not supposed to be over there. I also like this one. It's set up as a marketplace. And again, I know a lot of you are looking for jobs to give your villagers, you know, like quote unquote jobs. But these ran a toy store and then a used bookstore down on this first level. And then upstairs, there were 2 more houses, I believe. Yes, and one of them was a flower shop. Super precious. I think this is Marshall, which is even cuter. And then we have a bakery. So that's 4 jobs right there to give your villagers, and such a good way to take up this extra space. This neighborhood was very nearly in my symmetry video that I posted, I think last week. This neighborhood is like 100% symmetrical, the placement of the houses. I also love how each of these villagers do still have their own yards. I think that's very cute. Love that customization of the mush table also. But isn't this cute? Look how the colors are coordinated. I've never seen a place switch light, so that was cool. And then I really like the middle, how it's just these really cute waterfalls, this lovely terraforming. I mean, how amazing. I also liked a lot of these houses I feel like I've never seen before, like that one with the green roof. I don't know. I just thought this was so cute. I went up to kind of show you all the setup here, but I am going to also showcase the island via the map because I think that's important. Look at that. I mean, I'm kind of blocking the left side of it. Just ignore me, ignore my little orange like person. But isn't that so cool? I mean, even though some of the houses are in different levels, total symmetry. Absolutely amazing. I don't know why I can't just walk like a normal Animal Crossing human. Anyway, I'm really excited, so let's get into it. This first island is so calming. I love the time of day that the dream address is set in. How gorgeous is the decor here. This is a good example of a more scattered setup for a neighborhood. We just passed a couple of houses, and then all the way around this little sunken waterfall area, we find a couple more houses. Here's Ione as well, just thriving in the early morning atmosphere. I love the use of the giant vines, and the glowing moss I think is a really good idea, especially for this time of day because it is still illuminated. Like, it's dark enough on the island that you can really tell that the moss is lighting up. I just thought it was gorgeous. Love all of the new items that go into this and this neighborhood as a whole. In contrast to that very natural neighborhood setup, this one is super structured. We've got city streets that are lined with houses. This is a very organized neighborhood, and each of the villagers has their own yard. I think it's very cute. I loved this island. I also wanted to mention that if you're interested in any of the islands that you see in this video, you can check the description, and if the creator has allowed me to, I have shared the dream addresses there. So if you don't see a dream address, the creator is not ready to share their island yet, but I think it's definitely worth it to be able to visit some of the other ones. Some of these islands are just Well, all of these islands are stunning. I also love that in this neighborhood, beyond the fact that each of the houses gets their own little yard, there was also a community playground set in the very back. Look at this. Look how cute it is. This is a place for families. I also wanted to make sure that I included a variety of themes in this video. So we've seen an urban theme and a very natural foresty theme. This is an example of a more elegant sort of towny neighborhood. Look at this centerpiece. I thought it was so well done. The structure of the cul-de-sac is just amazing. And you can go through the gazebo in the back. Check out this centerpiece, the terraforming, next level. This island makes me want to do a whole elegant island. And then lastly, we've got a second cul-de-sac in the very back with another centerpiece. This one is different, but still just gorgeous. I was just in awe of this island. It was so beautiful. We're coming in strong with another very unique theme here. I love that this island is set in winter, as I myself avoid it, so it's always cool to see other people actually making this season work. This is also the first time I've seen some of these new Frozen things, like the mini snowman and the Frozen fence. It looks so pretty here. I also realized that there were some more houses in the back here, and how gorgeous are they? I of course had to stop and chat with Sasha, who in this stream was being very professional, very poised. This was a very cute island. It was very festive. I wanted to start off this island by showing you the map because this symmetry goes crazy. I was so impressed. This island has the neighborhood at the very back and the houses are in a straight line, but the catch here is that each of them has its own little mini theme. So they're encapsulated within these little hedges, these fences. Each house has its own very distinct yard. Wow. How cool is it that they managed to incorporate so many custom designs, so many different colors and themes on this one island, and I mean, it was still so cohesive. I think that the pink one we just looked at was my favorite of these houses, but all of them were so impressive. A ton of use of the new items in the game, so many 2.0 items coming into play here, so clearly this creator has been busy since the update came out. I, for one, have not been able to use most of these items on my island at all. I think that's definitely a testament to the uniqueness of this island setup though, because the creator choosing to give each resident their own very distinct and very unique yard, it offers this opportunity to use all kinds of furniture you might otherwise not be able to incorporate on your island. I just think this is so smart and so creative. I was obsessed with this next island. I feel like it matched my own style pretty closely. I love this pathway, love how many white cosmos are here. White cosmos are so underrated. They're such a beautiful flower. And then of course this little baby stump. This was just so cute. Also love the white picket fencing. This is exactly why we've been trying to get Nintendo to give it to us for so long, so that creators like this can use it in such a beautiful and sophisticated way. I also like how, again, we have a sort of mix between structured and loosely spread around houses, because these are organized in a sort of neighborhood, but they're not like clean, neat lines. They're still placed a little bit randomly, which I loved. Something else I love to see is when creators make little sections outside of the neighborhood, like that bus stop I started at. This island, of course, has another example of an uber structured neighborhood, and I chose this one because I love how compact it is. This is a good example of how you can place houses very close together if you don't want them to take up a ton of space, but you still want to have a designated neighborhood on your island. These houses were so close together, but they were still so beautiful and elegant. There was still the opportunity for all of this decor that you could place. Love that they're like beachfront houses. They're right here on the coastline. And of course, there was also a house on the beach, which I think might be the resident representatives. Yeah, look how pretty this is. We actually have a beachfront home. I love it when people incorporate their own houses into the villager neighborhood. It just feels more like island togetherness, you know what I mean? I also love this little bus stop and the fact that the neighborhood borders the shopping district, so you can come park your little car here and go for a shopping day. I feel like I sort of inadvertently staggered the organized and disorganized neighborhoods, because this one is, again, a more natural example of a neighborhood. I was really taken with the circular path in the center here. The houses are arranged around this little pathway with a centerpiece of trees. I also love seeing like natural centerpieces like this, where the main focus isn't a large piece of furniture, but instead is a tree or some other tall natural item. Just how precious is all of this? It was such a like neutral toned place. I really love that. I love earthy tones myself, and I thought it was really unique that this bridge kind of overlapped with the front of the house. You know what else is unique is a very foggy, ruined area. I loved the color scheme of this space. Look at all of the little trees. I also love the use of the castle walls here and the pergola. Everything was just so beautiful. I like how the pergola was placed on that custom pathing too. I don't know, I just liked how everything was arranged here. I was really taken with this back part, how the pine tree is a sort of centerpiece between the houses, and because of the fog you get this illusion with the jail bars that's really cool. I'm not gonna lie, this island knocked my socks off. It's like a docks area. I mean, how precious is this? I felt like I was walking through like a seaside town. I was about to go fishing or something, I don't even know, but it was so pretty. I loved the color scheme. All of these gentle whites and off-whites and blues were just so pretty. Again, kind of enhancing that seaside aesthetic. We all know that we associate white and blue with coastal. Just how pretty is everything? I love how many new items come into play here too. All of these boats placed around were really impressive. They're huge items, and I think they definitely draw the eye here in this little neighborhood that borders on the river/sea. We're getting a variety of themes, and I wanted to get a variety of seasons too. This island is such a perfect autumn island. It makes me so nostalgic too for Lost Falls, which had a very similar aesthetic. I just really like having these little hop things so that I can twirl. Anyway. Beyond the stunning theme, we've got a lot of new items here as well, from the wheat field to a windmill behind this house that introduces some movement to the area. I loved all of the tables and food set out. Food felt like a very important part of this autumn island. Like, these are farm to table situations. Everyone has their own job. Like this villager with their little picnic beside them, they have to be a baker, you know? Look at all these little bakery items. I also love this little house in the back. I love the colors of this one. And again, we've got like a farm to table aesthetic going on. I also appreciated that all of the houses in this neighborhood were accessible. Even this one tucked away on the cliff was super easy to get to and very beautiful. What I really adore about villager neighborhoods is that despite the fact that they revolve around the same buildings, like it's always just the little villager houses, they're always so different. Whenever I get submissions for these, even though you'd think, you know, a lot of neighborhoods would be similar, they're all so different. Like, look at this one. We've got a completely different structure here. They're in the line, but they're not as separate and distinct as some of the earlier neighborhoods we've seen. Still gorgeous, and I love how wide the pathway is, how walkable. This feels like a retirement community almost. Like, these villagers have their own little tucked away space here at the back of the island. They've got like a backwards seaside view. I also really love there was this section in front of the neighborhood, and look at the garbage cans. You can put your little recycling and trash here. Oh my god, I love it. I think this is our first island that we've seen at night, and boy, did nighttime fit this island. It was so spooky. I love seeing this unique take on the pillars with all of these illuminated items that come into play, all of these lamps and star items. They were so beautiful. Also, as I was walking, I realized there was like a gyroid, I don't know, summoning circle. It was like a demonic summoning circle. The altar in the middle was super cool. You should definitely go and explore this neighborhood on your own because there is so much dimension to it, but I did want to note that it's layered. There was a lower level to the neighborhood. I walked around and I was very pleased to find a house belonging to a certain cat that I happen to love. Very fitting. This house is Kiki's. I had to double check because I thought it could be Rudy's under the snow, but of course we'd have a black cat here. She deserves it. Okay, this island really fascinated me, this neighborhood I mean, because when I went in, I was like, okay, so we've got, you know, your standard structured neighborhood. I was really enchanted by the differing decor, the very unique color scheme here. Never see this bridge being used, but it was so gorgeous. I loved it. Also got hung up on that fence for a second, but it's so unique too because the houses weren't lined up like I thought they were. The first hint was this house here, how it was off center from the others, but as I kept exploring, I realized that that happened a lot. I also really like the decor on the peninsula here. It's like a little community sitting area and go out and chill. It's like a mini cafe, very cute. But I kept walking around and it's like all the houses were here, but it felt like such a compact area. They also have other little community spaces, which were so cute, and this view, but I kept kind of stalking my way around the neighborhood and I finally found an incline that would lead me up to this upper level, and it's very pronounced here, the fact that the houses are a little haphazardly placed. I really loved it. I thought it was so unique seeing all of the houses placed not in straight, neat lines, despite the fact that it had, you know, very neat, organized sidewalks. The houses were still off-center, not lined up, and it still worked out perfectly. The island was beautiful, so this is your sign to go off the beaten path and just stagger your houses. Put them however you want to. It'll be okay. It'll turn out great. A theme that I've been enchanted with since I got the game for myself is Tropicore. I've never been able to pull off the theme successfully, but I thought this was a beautiful example. I especially love the custom designs on the ground, the fact that we have like these alternating planks down as a pathway between the houses, and again, it's kind of like a mixture of organized and loosely placed. This neighborhood also featured a playground, which I thought was so fitting. Of course, this would be like a family beach house zone. Look at Lily just living it up here. But how cozy does all of this look? All of the colors, I think, really fit with the aesthetic of the island, and I was just super impressed. I thought everything was well laid out, it was easy to navigate, and it really did the Tropicore theme justice. As you can see, literally just zoomed out from where I'm standing, this is our first neighborhood. How gorgeous is this? We've got this illusion of water. They're connected by decking. Let's go down there and check it out. Obviously, this villager is enjoying it. Definitely not paying attention to the limitations of the docks. These villagers they're just thriving. They're just living life. I think this is really well set up. I love the decor, how open and happy it all feels. Look at this netting even, and you can lay on it. How cool is this? Also, off topic, I feel like one of the characters from Barbie Swan Lake today, like one of the kids in what I'm wearing. So, you know, that's fun to think about. Look at this. There's so much decor even on the water. I really appreciate that, and I think this neighborhood is just so well built. You can even see there's layering going on here. There are ladders where you can get to the other homes, and it is just stunning. How beautiful is this very elegant neighborhood? As usual, I wanted to represent as many themes as possible in this video so that you could get ideas and inspiration regardless of what your own island aesthetic is. I think this is just gorgeous. I love the arrangement of the houses. It's very structured, very easy to get around. They even have these very restful little areas like this. Absolutely gorgeous. I am obsessed. This build really blew me away. Check out this neighborhood. It's like a water slide. Look at this. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna sit down so we can check it out. So I don't know if you have like a theme park island or this one has some Kidcore vibes going on. This is a brilliant idea. I don't think I've ever seen a neighborhood like this before. I also love that the houses are matching. They have been customized so that they look the same, which just really adds to the vibe, I think. It is cute that I don't think you can change the color of the curtain for the window, so the villagers do have their own little touch of color customization here, and the details around are just precious. I feel like I'm at an amusement park. I'm assuming it's a water slide. It could also just be a giant slide. Either way, I love this build and I think it is so absolutely creative. This next build has such a beautiful natural vibe. We're going back to our Animal Crossing roots with a more cottagecore theme on this island and in this neighborhood. I do love the interspersed colors a lot though. I feel like when I did cottagecore, it was mostly just yellow and white for my colors and a lot of green. But we've got some pink and some orange in here and it's beautiful. I also love the waterscaping here. As you can see, there are bridges around the neighborhood and another house back here. I love that this is a neighborhood, but the villagers still are very naturally laid out and they all have their own little yard. So you can see that they have their own characters, their own interests. It's just really cute to see that much customization given to your little villagers. This neighborhood is just stunning already. We've got this autumn themed neighborhood here. Definitely some forest kind of themes going on here as well. Look at that house in the sunken waterfall area. I mean, are you kidding? This is lovely. So well terraformed. I am speechless at this. Not literally because I'm talking, but this is just breathtaking. Look at this area too. We've got houses in the back here kind of overlooking waterfalls. I mean, personally, I would love to live here. Got your own like waterfall bank. There's even, look at this, green energy being produced for this neighborhood. What else could you ask for, actually? I am obsessed with this. This is just beautiful. I already love how easy to navigate this island is. Here we are at the neighborhood. This, I guess, is some kind of national park or something because here's a visitor center. At least it's somewhere tourist heavy, I suppose. But this is great. I mean, look at this. I love the roads. We've even got the mini car and scooters out to enhance that, you know, illusion that these are actually city streets. Here is a house that looks like Tangy's. How precious. I love how these are set up very like mid-sized city vibe. There are houses here, not huge apartment complexes. We can't have those in Animal Crossing anyway, but you get my drift. It has a nice little small city vibe, small town vibe. Look at this. I love these houses. I love the road custom designs, love the decor. Everything here is just stunning and so organized. It's a perfectionist's dream. Oh my gosh, even up here there are houses. Look at this. This little homie has a farm. I love this. How adorable. These homes too have a very nice structure to them. I love this little neighborhood, especially here at night, where you can appreciate all of the illumination coming from street lamps and from the home windows and doors. How beautiful is this? I love that they have tiny little separated yards and they all have their own like trees and stuff. It just feels very realistic and I don't know, they deserve that comfort, you know? There are rows of houses like this, so this is the row beyond the first one. I think it is also just beautiful, and I love how they have, you know, little planks leading up to their doorway. The single tile pathway is really doing it for me here. I really appreciate it. The theme on this next island is immaculate. Look at these tropical vibes we're getting here. I love the way these houses are set up. They're so clean and white, and the pathways are so tidy. Wow. It just looks incredible. This is definitely a good idea for those of you who maybe don't appreciate, you know, a lot of clutter on your islands. This is so open and pretty, and like I said, it just feels fresh and just nice. I love this neighborhood. I think it's so well put together, and I love that it ends in the resident representative's house themselves. This island has the aesthetic of like a rural Japanese community, and this is another perfect neighborhood. I'm getting, you know, different vibes from each of the houses, which of course I always appreciate. Like this house obviously belongs to a launderer, and the first one we looked at seems like a fisher, some kind of fisher villager. And you can go up the incline to see even more homes for the island. I love how they're staggered. They're not exactly even and in line. I love that this middle house is kind of out, kind of, you know, just a forward by a tile or so. It's not just by a tile. This is like 4 tiles forward, but you know what I mean. You know what I mean. I also appreciate this, you know, overgrown, abandoned looking road, all of this like storage stuff in the back. This, again, it just feels so detailed, realistic. I really appreciate that. And we've got a similar thing going on the left side, except we have Able Sisters here. So this is where these villagers can come and shop for clothing. It seems like this is also a plant shop of some sort, just gauging by these items here on the left. I love this neighborhood. I love how it's organized, but still feels a little, you know, a little abandoned, a little forgotten. This island has layering like I've never seen before. Look at this. It looks especially incredible in wide angle view. I'll share with you the picture the island creator sent me, but I mean, can you believe this? I'll walk around a little bit and show you everything. I love that they're not really symmetrical. It's an asymmetrical layered build. So many levels to this neighborhood, and it's not at the back of the island. As you can see, there are things going on behind us. Lots of spiders apparently, but this is so cool to me. I thought just the way it was set up was so impressive, and again, it's super easy to get through, and this is probably one of the best ideas if you love to gift your villagers every day, because they're all right here in one place. You can easily stop by and visit all of them, and of course it's also just beautiful. I am a sucker for the ambiance on this island. We've got like this abandoned, like dystopian looking city. This seems like a lot of crime. Also very high tech, because look at this robotic arm hanging out by this villager's home. This is so cool to me. I mean, there's like a whole unalived human out here. Wild. Look at this, like fire danger with fire coming up. This is so cool. And yes, like it is dystopian, like apocalyptic, because there's a zombie attack poster there. This is so cool. How creepy and awesome is this? Fires everywhere. This is definitely a city in disrepair. I love this vibe. I love the theme going on here, and I love all of the furniture being used. Look at this. There's even a zombie coming out of the truck. Hey King, what's going on? Anyway, this is super cool. Again, very high tech. We've got like an experiment going on back here. These gears here. It's also giving a little bit of steampunk. Look at these codes. I don't think I've ever seen an island like this, and I'm obsessed. I love this neighborhood setup. All of the houses, of course, are easy to access, and it's suitably creepy. There's even a zombie coming up out of the ground. Lots to think about after going through this island. How spooky. Yeah, love it here. This very magic island has 2 separate neighborhoods, so this one feels like very dark, magical, and it borders on a crescent moon pond. I'll show you that in just a second, but you can see how the houses are kind of arranged around the waterscaping. Very beautiful, and I love the vibes here. The custom designs and everything are perfect. This is the crescent moon pond I was talking about. I mean, how cool is that? You can come and check out this rainbow themed crescent moon. So cool. Let's head to the second neighborhood. Here it is, and it's more of the cutesy sort of fairy core, bright colors. I love it at this time of day in cherry blossom season because it feels so mystical. I guess because it's almost like the purpley pink twilight feels almost kind of foggy to me somehow, like visibility is low, and it just feels more mysterious, I guess. I love all of the colors here. The custom designs, again, are just perfect for this area, and these houses are really easy to visit. They're all lined up, pretty organized, which I think is another cool little comparison between, you know, the straight edge, fun, innocent fairy core and the dark magic chaos of the first neighborhood. This island also had a dual neighborhood situation here. So first, these like classic European streets with houses lining them. You can see how they're kind of set up to follow the pathway here, and I'll show you the second neighborhood here as well. So here is the second neighborhood, a little bit less scattered, but still feels very natural thanks to the scenery, how lush everything is, and I just love this custom pathing here. I think it looks so good. I love the furniture in use here. The little pops of color everywhere are so lovely. So here you can get a kind of overall view of this neighborhood. I think it's so beautiful, and it was cute that we had a little villager walking around. Look at Dobie. Look at him go. What a guy. So this island has a national park theme, which is, first of all, so cool. It's like a campground situation going on. So the resident representative house is the visitor center. And then as you go up, you can see the cabins that are available for rent. So, you know, they're pretty identical. They're organized in a way that's easy to access for guests of this like campground. I think this is so cute. I love the use of the log furniture here to really drive home the fact that you're going camping, and this just seems like such a cozy place to spend a week or a weekend. I mean, it's absolutely adorable, and it's very wide open, really great space for your villagers, so kudos to this creator for making something so beautiful and so unique. This island has beach neighborhoods. If you know me, you know that I love a good building on the beach moment, whether it's villager homes or a shop or even the campsite. I really appreciate seeing that creativity come into play, fitting, you know, buildings on the beach. And I was taken aback by how many fit here. There are 4 houses right here on this little beach. It's right beside the airport. I mean, how convenient is this? I think it's so cute, and the creator did such a good job of putting them together, still giving them, you know, their own personal items here and making it feel very full and cozy and homey. I, for one, would live in one of these little beachfront homes. I adore them. Here we are on the island of Whisker, starting off here, and I love this island because the concept that I really appreciate here is, one, the scattered houses. Like, they're not arranged in a super strict format, but also this inverted pathway. So we've got actual game pathing underneath this custom design pathing so that the stone takes up this entire area, and then there's grass overlaid on top of it. I think it's beautiful. This is such a nice way to decorate, and it also kind of veils that the stone path can't go into the houses. Like, you can see at the corners there's grass, but you can barely tell because of the grass custom design. It just looks amazing. And I think this is a really creative theme for a neighborhood. All of these vines, the greenery, the way it's spread out, it's just a really nice villager neighborhood. So what a strong start we have today. I think this is absolutely gorgeous. Also, shout out to this centerpiece where we just started the video. I think this bench is freaking adorable. Look at the little birds. This next neighborhood is very festive, very seasonally appropriate, as we are just a few days from Christmas, and I think that this is so adorable. There are, I think, all but 4 of the houses here, so this neighborhood is 6 of the homes, at least I think so. We've seen 4 so far, but back here is the real view. Look at this overlook. Are you kidding? You've got the little, well, I guess the huge ornament back there. It is so cute. I think this is so good, and I love the fence in use here. I think this is the park fence, but it's super cute, the red customization for it. And look, we are being greeted by Mrs. Claus. Never grow up. I wish that I could stay young forever. Look how precious this is, though. I love this theme that we've got going on this island, and all of the yards just look amazing. What a lovely little neighborhood. We've also got the resident, or at least one of the resident homes right back here, so wanted to showcase this as it does bring the residents home pretty close to the villager neighborhoods as well. It's just super colorful. I love the theme. I think the city aesthetic is really well done, and again, it is seasonally appropriate. Up next, we've got a very special, very unique theme. This is like a cardboard box sort of theme, like an abandoned Kidcore kind of aesthetic, and these houses are on their own little floating islands. Despite how beautiful and unique this theme is, I do think that this kind of style of neighborhood would work for all kinds of themes, which is one reason I wanted to showcase it, because how cool would it be to give your villagers their own little floating islands? I think it's adorable and super well done. Look at this, we've got Hopkins, or whatever his name is, the inflatable villager. Wow! I also just love how colorful this is, different colors for all of the different houses. I love the custom designs in use here, and yeah, floating islands. What a villager neighborhood idea. I think this little island is my favorite. Look at the mill. I cannot get over how beautiful this island is. I am making my way up to the very twisty turny pathway to this neighborhood. There are 6 houses here arranged in a rainbow, and the insides match. I think that this is so clever and just so pretty. Like, what the heck is going on here? It's so nice. Let me show you the picture after I look at all the houses. I'll show you the picture that the creator sent me that compares the exteriors to the interiors so that you can see how well they all match. Aren't these beautiful? Now look at the picture. How cool is this? And the fact that even the villagers themselves match, like, stop. This is one of the cleverest neighborhood builds I've ever seen. And I love that they're just kind of like scattered about. It's a very natural, like, foresty area. Even the plants match up with the houses. This is totally beautiful. Okay, walking around this island has been mind-blowing, but here we are at the neighborhood. Wow, hold on. This is a boating community, which I think is a really cute theme to have for your neighborhood. And around each of the houses, there are different little places. Like, here's a book nook. Look at that. They have book club at 5 p.m. Excuse me, island resident. This one has little dog houses. Here's one of the residents herself, Ione. And there's just different things around the neighborhood for the villagers to enjoy. I mean, look how cute this is. This little area right here, stop. This is adorable, and of course it is beachside because it is a boating community. Let me go up to the next level too. I was dumb, I didn't see the incline that was over here, so the way to get up is right here behind that house that I loved so much. So we've got a little plant shop here. Are there 3 levels to this neighborhood? There's more stuff up there. Look at this little lounging area. This is so beautiful. I personally would actually live here. What a lovely neighborhood. This one has a nice gold car. These people are very rich, these animals, I guess. I'm also loving the different color themes we've got going on with the houses. I don't know if the creator edited the houses, but I think they did because they all have this same house type, which is very good for a boating community. And then up here, there are more community things, which is so smart and so sweet to do for your villagers, giving them, you know, little community spaces. Like, look at this. This could be like the clubhouse. Oh my gosh, it is so well done. All of the furniture is arranged so nicely. This is just a very satisfying neighborhood to walk through. And these colorful buildings, this is adorable. 12 out of 10 for this neighborhood idea. Okay, so this next neighborhood is a little bit different because it only has 1 villager house, and I know this is supposed to be villager neighborhoods, but I loved this idea so much. They placed this villager neighborhood, or this villager house, with this resident house. Also, oh my gosh, there is another villager house, so it counts. There are multiple villager houses, but I thought it was so cute how they arranged it with the island creator's house. It's so precious this way. I love the color scheme as well of yellow and red vibes. I just think this is so lovely. All of the furniture, the plants, the arrangement, and it's so cute to like have your villagers live right by your house as a way to incorporate not just villager homes, but also your home. And I think this is an easy idea to incorporate with, you know, more than just these 2 houses. You could put as many villager homes as you like over here and it would fit perfectly. Up next, we've got this beautiful spring core theme, and look at this layered neighborhood. I love the way these houses are arranged. This is such a unique build as well, and they're all super accessible here with these inclines. All of these houses also belong to squirrels, which I think is so cute and so fitting for a spring core theme. Like, are you joking? But this is beautiful. Everything is arranged just gorgeously, and again, I love the furniture and the arrangement of the houses. This layering is just otherworldly. Let me get so you can see all of the houses at once. Isn't this so cool? And they're separated, they're all on different levels, and yet it still remains a little squirrel neighborhood. As we're running here, I just want to mention that this is like the most beautiful time of day. Like, the coloring on this island is amazing. But here we have 4 houses arranged around a centerpiece, the centerpiece here being a pergola, and I think it is so cute. The colors and everything here are amazing, not just from the lighting. The decisions made by this island creator were so pristine. I think this neighborhood is so cute, and it ends back here with these little storefronts, which are adorable there. I think this is a beautiful, beautiful setup for the houses. Look at Molly just chilling out, walking around. What a legend. But yeah, I wanted to showcase a few different neighborhoods that use centerpieces like this, just because I think there are so many different ways that you can go about, you know, arranging homes around centerpieces. I want to showcase different kinds of ones that you can do, and this is one of them. Like I said, here is another situation with a centerpiece, this time a piano, and may I just say that this is one of the most gorgeous islands I have... Did I say gorgeous? Anyway, this island is phenomenal. It is beautiful. I love this theme. It is so bright and happy. The pink here is just gorgeous. I love these string lights. But yeah, these houses are arranged, again, 4 different ones here around this piano centerpiece, and they do have, you know, little things in their yards, like this little table. I think this is beautiful. The pathway going through and leading further on. This is just a wild island. I love it here. Also, look at this little area just to the side. Are you kidding? They have a little community duck pond. Super romantic too. Look at the ducks. They're in love. Okay, this neighborhood is literally right around resident services. So I literally got out of bed and boom, I was here in the neighborhood. It is beautiful. I love this arrangement of houses. It's like a lot more rigid than some of the other islands we visited today. Like, there are very straight roads. The pathway to each house is very clear and open. And I just love this theme that we've got going on. Again, all the villagers have different things in their yards that are really personalized. And I just think it's a very beautiful setup for your neighborhood, especially if you want to give your villagers a little bit of leniency. Like, the houses aren't straight and narrow right beside each other or anything. They're pretty spread out. But they do have, you know, these nice straight roads that are easy to navigate, and they each have their own little vibe around their home. So far, we've seen some centerpieces with just 4 homes, so I wanted to show off this one. There are 6 homes here, and so this is a bigger neighborhood. It has a bigger plaza area. The houses are a little bit more spaced out, so I think it's a very unique new idea, and I love the way the centerpiece is arranged. The symmetry is really nice, but again, all of these villagers have their own little thing going on. It's like they have their own small businesses. This is almost like a little marketplace commons for the villagers. So here we've got what looks like a pottery shop. Over here behind that, excuse me, Punchy, I'm so sorry, King, we've got like a fruit slash veggie import. Like, these people are bringing in crops. There's a little phone booth too. This is so cute. Then we've got this huge bakery that's really lovely. I love this custom designed pathing here, by the way. Then down here we've got a little pizza area, a little pizza shop, a pizzeria. This third villager on the left has their own little clothing boutique. They might be a seamstress. Maybe this is where Mabel and Sable live. And over here we've got a little magazine area and bike rental, which I think is super cute. It's almost like this is a tiny little library, a community library. But I think this neighborhood is lovely, and so do the villagers, obviously. Look at Punchy having the time of his life. Okay, up next we've got this other version of like a marketplace slash city plaza, except there are houses behind these walls. How cool is that? And it's like that on both sides. As you can see, there are walls kind of separating off this like marketplace, this canal area, and then the houses are on the other side. This is such a cool arrangement, and you can walk through the little archways to get to the homes. Look at this little sign. Oh my gosh. Again, it's got small business vibes. I think this is so adorable, and it's really hard to fill space when you can't use like trees and things. So I think this creator was so creative with how they filled the market area, this like common plaza space. The way they arranged all the furniture, the symmetry here, everything is gorgeous. And this is also a Beauty and the Beast themed island, which is so cool just on its own. Also, this is a Are You Watching check. Tell me what you've been reading or watching lately. I've been reading, or I'm about to start reading, the Fruits Basket manga, and I've been watching The Magicians. Look at this. This is a treehouse neighborhood. Look at the little house up there. I love the attention to detail, the fact that the house itself is made out of logs. It's like a little log cabin, and there is another house over here making it a little treehouse neighborhood. How precious. Why is that arch disappearing? Look at how cute this is. I think this is so creative and fun, having multiple little treehouse homes arranged in a little neighborhood. This is adorable, and the theme is immaculate. These custom designs are lovely. Coming up on this next neighborhood, how cute is this? This is like a tropical city aesthetic, and we've got these diagonal roads, which I think are really well arranged. Look at this house, so tropical and fun. I love this custom design, how the sidewalk kind of goes diagonally here. Very nice. And we've got a little dog too. The car on the road. Again, I really appreciate good attention to detail, and I think we're definitely getting that here. Look at this. What a happy little tropical picnic area too, and I love that this is arranged at the back of the island, so the villagers do have an ocean view back here. Last but not least, we've got this absolutely gorgeous neighborhood. This has a semi-random arrangement of houses, I think, going on, and it is so beautiful. We've got a sort of round road here around which several houses are placed. We've even got this one down here. It's a very foresty neighborhood. This serves as a kind of centerpiece, and then you can go up the stairs here. Sorry if there was a noise just then, my cat was biting my microphone. Anyway, then we've got up here at the top of the stairs these houses. I think this area especially is so beautiful. Just such a nice setup. This neighborhood aesthetic is amazing. I love this just island theme is really nice. Oh my gosh, I didn't even notice the resident house was here too. So anyway, what a beautiful idea. Immediately, what the heck? We've got this cul-de-sac on this tropical city island. It is stunning. The decor, just getting to here from resident services was incredible. As you can see, the houses are centered around the resident representative's home. A great idea if you want to be close to your villagers. I think it's cute to be like a part of the neighborhood yourself. So I think this is adorable. I love this like centerpiece, the signs pointing to the houses. So cute. They're also, it feels like a very active island, like we've got so many cars out and about, and I just think this is really well done. A stunning island. I will be putting the creators and their dream addresses in the description, so if you want to visit any of these for yourself, which I highly recommend, go ahead and check out the description and you can visit the stream address too. I am obsessed with the colors on this island. Very seasonally appropriate if you are in the northern hemisphere. I know in my area it is very autumn right now, and this is so stunning. All of the houses being white and red is so cute. I think this is so beautiful, and I love how the houses have beach access here. There is an opening here at the back. I like that the wheat fields create a bit of a barrier though, so it doesn't feel like you're just right on the water. I've always been scared myself to live super close to the ocean just because I'm like, you know, storms are probably rough. I'm terrified of a tsunami. I live in North Carolina, but it scares me, flooding and all of that. This, I feel like I would be comfortable here. I don't know. I'm also loving the white picket fence vibe. There are a couple of other neighborhoods on this island. I believe I passed one on the way here, and it's just really well done. This creator did a great job, and I think these little tiny libraries are meant to stand in as mailboxes. Stop. Okay, just walking through this island, I am stunned. It is so elegant but cozy. It's like elegant forest core. I have no idea what the creator classifies the theme as, but that's the vibe I'm getting. Look at this beautiful neighborhood setup. I mean, the colors and everything are so lovely. I am definitely a sucker for neutrals. I do love, look at this. I do love beige as much as, you know, the next gentle lady. Look at this though. Oh my gosh, a little nurse home. This is precious. I love how all of the villagers do have their own little like careers marked by their houses, their yards. This is precious. We've got a clock cellar. Are you kidding? Like, the houses are all super close together, but they still have character, all of them. This is so lovely. I absolutely adore this neighborhood. Just everything about it. This centerpiece is lovely. The setup, everything. Wow. I mean, I know that Animal Crossing has its fair collection of masterminds in the creator field, but this is otherworldly. Look at this bright and colorful neighborhood. I love that they have photos outside as well, so you know exactly who you're encountering here. All squirrels, by the way. How cute is this? I love how vivid the fencing is. We're gonna go down and look at the other houses that make up this island too, because they are just to the south of here. But I love this little fountain centerpiece. It's an outdoor bath. I keep calling it a fountain. Very cute, very well done. Loving how natural this is, and I love the matching wreaths. So literally just down an incline from that is the other squirrel homes. Look at this, they're very festive. It's like Christmas, but also Halloween. It's just holiday here. Look at this, the symmetrical pergolas. Very adorable. And we've got Ketchup here, the best duck, I think. I really like Freckles too, don't get me wrong, and Molly, so many. Oh, I forgot, those are ducks and not squirrels. So not all squirrels, just mostly squirrels. I just absolutely love this view, especially. Look at how grand it is. This is gorgeously done, and like I said, so vibrant. Speaking of festive, this next island has a Halloween theme going on for this neighborhood. We've got two little houses here, and they are so cute. I really like the concept behind this island in general. So this part of the island is fall themed, and I visited it because the island itself, the dream address, is set during fall, but the four corners of the island have different seasons going on, which I thought was a brilliant idea. If you wanted to have different kinds of themes going on your island, didn't want everything to be autumn, this is the Halloween autumn build, but there's also a spring neighborhood and a summer neighborhood and a winter neighborhood. So this is one of those dream addresses you just have to visit yourself to experience the magic, and I think this is such a cute and creative way to kind of use different sorts of furniture on your island if you get really tired easily by one kind of theme. Another incredibly lovely island theme we've got here, so creative. These villager houses are on their own little icebergs, like glaciers, so the ground is really broken up, but you can travel around the neighborhood. We just saw one house, here is another. I like that they also have their little color themes going on. The fact that he's a penguin too. I didn't even look at the villagers on the map. This is adorable. Another little color theme here, so precious. I love pink in winter islands. I think it's super cute. I love the way pink and white look together, so this is just really precious to me. Look at the towel basket on the ice cube. Oh my goodness, there's like a little hot tub vibe going on out here. I do love this. I do want to live here. And here we are back at it again with the incredibly vibrant theme. This has a Kidcore kind of vibe going on, like a Kidcore city, I guess. I love the vending machines here. The bubble machine is so cute. We've got a gyroid as well. Love this vibe. This is super cute. Is this a soccer field? I am crying. They've got their own little soccer field. There's snacks. You can look at the little gyroids. You've got fans while you're playing. There's also a baseball here, so if you're not in the mood for soccer, you could bat the baseball into the net for funsies. Look at the little patterns on the stones too. The flower and the star, that's so cute. This is adorable. I absolutely love the framing for this neighborhood. The double fencing here with the hedges and the tall fence is super effective. It's very cute. And it's right beside resident services too, so very nifty for these villagers. They can walk right out of their houses and practically be on the plaza. I love the colors too, the way the houses look together. It's just all very, very precious, and I love the primary colors. Okay, so this island has small town and autumn vibes, and we've got another sort of cul-de-sac happening here. I think this is so lovely. The detail on this island is incredible. As I was walking through, I had to walk through a good portion of the island to get to this neighborhood, and it is absolutely stunning. All of it is as visually beautiful as it is here. Like, it's all just impressive. So impressive. I also love that there's a little skateboard here. I don't know, that's so cute. We've got a little fountain in the middle and all of these tiny details making everything up. I also love that we have a local farmer. Again, it's really impressive to see how creators manage to, you know, set houses apart even when they're super close together in these neighborhood setups. How they still have their own yards and vibes is adorable to see and so creative. We've got another like city vibe going on, but completely different from the last. This is a winter city. I'm obsessed with the fact that it's snowing. And you know I couldn't do a neighborhood video without including some more centerpieces. This one is a bridge, which is so dramatic. I love it. These colors are so lovely. I love that the houses all have kind of blue tones working, and look at that blue fence too. It's the little details, y'all. I'm telling you, the little details mean everything with your builds. This is lovely though. The custom designs, the flowers defying natural logic, everything is stunning. I wish the house on the left, the villager, was home too, because imagine how cute it would look, how cozy with the little lights on. I think this is phenomenal. They've also got a little local winter flower shop, so you can come and get your own little nature-defying flowers here. Last but certainly not least, I love saying that as if any of them are least to me, this area, oh my goodness. I don't need to say it, right? You get it. The details. They're everything. The custom designs, the centerpiece going on here. We've got like, I don't know, it almost feels like two peasant houses right outside of the castle in this kingdom. This is like the village right up against the castle walls. I might just be, you know, overactively imagining things, but that's so cool. And I also love the custom design water to fill in where there's not really room to actually terraform water. That is a brilliant idea and one I might have to use on my own island. I also like that the houses match color-wise, and I don't know, there's just so much going on with illumination here. The time of day is so lovely. I love the string lights. This is stunning. It's also got festive kind of stuff going on here. We've got like little fall Christmas trees. I am, as always, stunned and so honored to have been able to showcase these islands to you. Remember to check out the description to support the creators and visit their dream addresses. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye! Today I'm going to be visiting some Animal Crossing neighborhoods and villager yards to help inspire you in your island building, and this is the first one of the day. I figured I'd visit these two houses that are placed together here. I just really like how they have their own little yards, but they're super small, very compact. I also thought it was interesting that they're right in front of resident services. Like when you're overlooking the houses, you can see Luna back there. Queen. You can see resident services. Very central to the plaza, these two little villagers, and I just love how even though the yards are super small, they do have their own space, and they're both unique. This one has a lot of plant life, a little bath over there, and then this one has a little flower thing, but also some food out. It's just super cute. I love the colors. This island just has a very vibrant vibe to it, and I think it's gorgeous. I think this is a great way to set up a little micro neighborhood, if you will. Up next, we have this absolutely stunning tropical island, and this is the house I wanted to feature here. I just think it's really well placed here on the edge of the beach, and it's got its own little fenced-in area, a little pool in the like backyard slash side yard. I think this is stunning. There's also a bug in the pool right now, which is accurate, but this looks so good. I mean, shut up. I also love they have their own little private poolside beds over there. I mean, I guess beach side. Also, I'm just noticing that that's water custom design, so this isn't even the actual beach, it's just made to look like that. Nah, that's wild. That is so creative. I love it. Up next, we have another little solo house, and it is Chow's. It's a little sushi restaurant. I love the like hodgepodge of building colors behind it. I think it looks phenomenal. The city vibe is so good. It's like a rustic city situation. It looks amazing. Love these fish drying racks just outside. Very accurate. And I just think this is stunning. Here's a little upper view of it. I think it's so cool how like snug it is, how tucked away. It just looks great. What a lovely little house build. Coming at you next is this stunning little nook. I specifically wanted to feature this house because I think it's really cute. Being walled in here, the fact that the wall matches the like roof of the house is so adorable, and they've got cherry pie out here for us. How kind, but this is part of a neighborhood with different arches and color themes happening, so lots of inspiration. Each little house has different items that really fit the color scheme of the house, which I super appreciate. This little area, I also love the rugs on the ground. This is just super cute, and down here is some more houses with different vibes in front, the flowers and all. So, you know, a little bonus point, you get a whole, almost all the houses on the island neighborhood here. Cute! Now we visit the island of Carrot Cake, where these two adorable little houses sit next to each other. How cute, and they share this shop, which, as you might notice, sells honey and candles. honey and candles, right? And that is from the wax from their apiary here. There's a little bee, whatever, bee field. A bee field and apiary out here. So they're sourcing their honey and wax and then making candles and honey. Isn't that so cute? We love a little small business, a little startup here on the island. How adorable. And bonus points because it's literally stunning. Hello. And I fit right in with my little pineapple hat. Look at us. I also just love that it's pink and blue themed. This is freaking adorable, and look at the little bunny. We've got another stunning neighborhood here. This one has like rainbow vibes happening. There are little items outside that match the color palette of the house. I love this one. We've got like a little fruity theme happening, and then this one with a sort of Asian theme happening here. We've got the lucky cat. Super cute. And then down here, a sort of Kidcore vibe happening. The colors all match so well. It just looks adorable. I love how like chic this house is designed to be. The dark blue colors, everything about it is adorable. And then this one has a coastal theme, which I think is super cute. And it's such an organized and easy to traverse neighborhood. It just looks phenomenal. I really want you to soak this in here at this next island. We've got a little house beside a spiral pond. I think it is gorgeous. The house has, you know, this gorgeous overlook with the little spiral pond, but it also has meadow vibes because of all the flowers that are so beautifully done. And it's right on the beach, so you've got this beautiful beach rock design and just gorgeous natural decor here. It looks amazing, and it's such a calming, relaxing little house color too. Just super duper cute. This villager has natural waterfalls, just beautiful terraforming its own lake. I mean, I kind of want to live here. Okay, if you can't already tell as we're walking, this island has a huge farm vibe happening, and so I wanted to feature this little neighborhood because it's a cow neighborhood and they have a little milk store, bro. That's Tipper on the milk carton, dude, and she lives right here. Imagine going to a cow's house to buy your milk, being like, hey, can I have some of that milk that you squeezed out of yourself? You know, maybe I shouldn't have said that. My humor aside, I do think this is just a super cute little setup. I love the bottles around and the custom design. It just looks adorable, and I think it's a really cute way to set up a neighborhood for two of the cows on your island. I'm assuming this is also a cow. But yeah, so we've got these two cow villagers selling their own milk over here. Who knew? Unintentionally, I visited another farm core sort of island right after that one, and this one is Henry's house, and I swear in the picture I almost thought these little peas were frogs, which is funny because the house is actually Henry's. Henry, my birthday twin, the frog. So that's hilarious. I think this is adorable and just really cool terraforming. I will show you so you can see better. But yeah, there are these very irrigated fields. It's giving Minecraft farming fields. I love the use of the, I can't remember what they're called. They'll use little pop-up signs to make the peas to look like they're actually coming out of the ground. I think it's adorable, and what a cute little area for Henry. He's a farmer boy on this island. Up next, we have this dilapidated sort of city. It's kind of like a rural town, I guess, actually. And look at this. We've got this little house. I love the paint cans. I think they've been customized to like that color. I don't know if you can like customize like custom design, but like that color, I don't think I've ever seen this like beige and brown theme. I love the spray can here as well because it's a callback to the fact that there is some graffiti on the train over here. Isn't that hilarious and so good? I love it. I think that's adorable. So they got the railroad here, trains coming through, and the local villagers are having at it with their spray cans of paint. I think that is so cool. I think it's such a neat design. It's like, this might even be an abandoned train based on the stuff around it. There's like a whole couch out here, but that's so cool. I love this island theme, and I think the custom designs and everything here are just really well done. What a stunning little yard. Friends, strangers, enemies, we've come to the end of yet another video. What a walk down memory lane. Thank you again, and I will see you all in the next video, but for now, bye!